Hi everyone, this is Francisco, and in this video I want to talk about dating. So, oh yeah, I was thinking about how supposedly women don't like it when men like hit up on them, kind of like in a disrespectful way, like directly, like, what's up girl, you wanna hook up, you wanna suck some dick, that type of thing. They don't like that. So I was thinking, deeply, and I started thinking, that means that people out there in the universe have perfected the way to get at you females, right? Like trial and error. Practice makes perfect. And especially if someone has money, like on YouTube, there's a lot of videos going around about gold diggers. People are going out there in these vehicles, picking up girls on the streets, and technically the girls are throwing themselves at the guys. They're like they're lunging at them like ticks, like fleas, like leeches. They're just lingering. They're trying to suck the blood out, but not the blood, but the money. They're trying to suck the money out of these guys. And so there's a lot of talk where people have heard different cases. Okay, there's different cases where they say, like, oh, this guy is what's it called, like sexual harassment, or like a stalker, or like well, this guy's a predator or something like that, right? Like, these females it's surprisingly, they have conflicting testimonies, because on YouTube there's like a ton of girls that this guy like interviews. He just picks them up from the side of the road, and they get in his car And at first, they don't want anything to do with him. As a matter of fact, they'll even go as far as saying, I have a boyfriend. You know, like the female saying that to the other guy. So they say that to this guy just because they don't want to be around him. They don't want him to waste their time. But once they see the car he's in, and they see the potential of them, you know, earning some type of money from him, then all of a sudden, and these guys are not afraid to like call them out. They're not afraid to call them out on these things. So they tell him straight up, like, wait a minute, didn't you have a boyfriend like a second ago? And that's when their response will be something like, yeah, but he's not really my boyfriend. Yeah, but we kind of just broke up. You know, so they say these things because they're in it for the money. Okay, they're in it for the money. And like these women these days, like, they're just trying to mess with people. Obviously, they don't really care about anyone except themselves. You know, so if they can come into someone's life and get all comfortable and make basically your home theirs, you know, so they can, like, kind of like a clam, you know, they're like that pearl. They want somewhere soft and comfortable so they can unwind and relax. You know, that's the way I see it. But I just don't know anymore. I don't know how to process all of this information. Because it's kind of weird, you know? It's like these women are just out there trying to play with everyone's feelings. And, you know, they don't really care at the end of the day. And they're technically like thieves, you know? Because, you know, you can hand them some money and they'll do anything for you. And then After that, they'll just ask for more money, whether you have it or not. And if you don't have it, they're going to move to a different guy. So they're basically like scammers, like thieves, mobile thieves. They're like leeches. They're like money-sucking cows, money-sucking pigs. They're like a balloon. And they wish to be inflated. I mean, I don't know. Other than that, I really don't know. Because a lot of them, they claim that they want a relationship. But in actuality, I don't think they do, and if they do, that's fine. There's a lot of guys out there who learn faster than other guys, and I guess if they really want to keep you females, one of you, they can, and they can technically play it off by pretty much telling you what you want to hear, providing you with money and stuff like that, right? But the guy could still technically go around and fuck around without your knowledge. It's just that this guy is more seasoned, right? He has more experience, so he's not going to, get at you like a little fucking child. See what I'm saying? So there's different ways that you girls are getting played, and that you girls are playing guys. And it's all fucked up. Honestly, it is. Personally, that's why I like AI technology, because you people like to play all these mind games with everyone. And at the end of the day, that's why people do what they have to do. Especially broke people. They, like all these serial killers and shit like that. They probably do it for a reason. The murders, the torturing, the cutting of different parts of the body. They cut the body up into pieces, and they just leave them there, and they go on to their next victim. I mean, and I was watching some of these videos on YouTube, like cold-blooded serial killers. Obviously they got caught or whatever, but I mean, and I don't even know at what point these guys cut some of these body parts I mean, was it before or after having sex? Or was it after? Like, was it before or after they were alive or dead? I mean, that is something that they don't discuss. They don't talk about that. But I was just thinking about that, like, wow. Like, these guys, or these serial killers, they freaking cut up their victims. So I think that AI technology with AI dating is super critical. It's super important, especially with like GPS tracking, Starlink. We need more of those satellites out there in space, and even monitoring and recording everything that's going on. Let's say like on the moon or in every single satellite out there in space. We need to keep our eyes on all of that stuff. Because a lot of people are confused. A lot of people are confused. There's a ton of people who are confused. They just don't know what to do. They don't know what to believe. People are always gossiping and spreading rumors. Especially like if you're like a police officer, you're a police officer or someone who investigates people's lives. So you have a list of everyone's crimes. I think you people are the worst ones. I think you people are probably the ones who are problem starters. You guys probably go around talking crap about, oh, this person did this, this person does this, this person committed these type of crimes or this type of crime, or this person did these many years in prison, or whatever the case may be. Like, no one else in the world is looking into that. No one even cares about that stuff. So like, that information is good. When you guys pull someone over, right? Because now you know who you're dealing with. But if you're going home and you're talking about your neighbor, or your friends, or you're acting as a private investigator and you're talking to neighbors and sharing other people's stories, and basically blackmailing them and spreading rumors about them and stuff like that. I think a lot of people do this too with girls, just so they can feel better about themselves and so they can look like a positive person. Like, oh, this guy over here, he's no good. Like, don't even talk to him, don't fuck with him. This guy's a fucking weirdo. You know, like, I heard this and this and this about him. I think it's that type of mentality that eventually causes a lot of people to act weird, right? So like, I personally, you know, if you are females out there and people have done this to you, I think that personally you should report them, because they're doing that for a reason. It's either they're acting like they care about you, they really care about you, or they're acting like they care about you, or they're just trying to be like a superhero. They're trying to look good because they're trying to get in your panties. Right? Whether we're dealing with money or without money. So like, I think that at the end of the day, we should all be dealing with AI dating, which will automatically know everyone's rap sheets. It will know every single detail about everyone. Including, you know, females who, like, every single little detail, it will be recorded and monitored. And I think that everyone should be filtered out accordingly. And I think that if anyone is looking into, you know, behind the scenes, they're looking into the code and they're investigating potential subjects, potential what's the word? They're searching for potential they're looking for like potential suspects. Is it suspects? No, not suspects. I don't even know the fucking word. But like, they're like predators, and they're looking for someone, like someone to attack. What would you call that? Well, anyways, because they know how, you know, how the coding, they know how to code and stuff like that. So that's what I'm referring to. So even if someone is a professional that's a coder, even their actions will be monitored and recorded, because the filters that correlate with that person's life and the people that they are looking into don't align, they're definitely not a match, but yet they're persistent. They're trying to look into this person's life, and they're trying and attempting to communicate with this person. So automatically that's a red flag. Even on the developer's end. And immediately it should notify people above this person, right? To ensure that this person is not trying to do something that he or she shouldn't be doing. Okay? That's what I believe in. That's what I think. I think that's how it should be. That way, no one has more power over others. No one has more power over each other. Right? It would just be mutual. And let's say I guess everything will be up to the users, obviously, according to the filters. So in that sense, in that way, it will basically protect everyone in the long run. Because I'm telling you guys, like, there's a lot of people out there in the world, and people who have money can easily, go from one girlfriend to the next one, and they could be learning trial and error. Practice makes perfect. So now, instead of getting that girls disrespectfully, now they're sweet talking them. Now, they're telling them what they want to hear, and things like that. Because there is some bitch that I ride into. Some skanky ass bitch, and I was like, "Hey, what's up? You wanna go to the drive-through, to the drive-in?" And she was like, "Excuse me? That's so disrespectful on a whole different level." And I was just like, yeah, whatever, bitch, fuck you. I didn't tell her that. I just got in the car and I took off. Like, this bitch. Like, it was a yes or no question. But I think that she might have seen my ring. So maybe that's why she was like, "Excuse me?" That's so disrespectful on a whole different level. Maybe that's why. But she never even bothered to ask me if I was married or not. She never asked, like, "Wait a minute, are you married or not?" would have been a yes or no question, right? Like, that's all she had to say. Like, oh no, thank you. You know, not this other side shit. Like, stupid ass bitch. Like, really? Like, I bet you anything she feels stupid as fuck right now. Like, seriously. I think people don't really think about what they say until like after the fact, and then after the fact they feel stupid as fuck. And I think that they regret what it is that they said. Because she was like a man. You know, she had a face like a man, but she has a vagina. You know, she doesn't have a penis. Not that I know of, anyway. But I just hit her up, you know. She had ass, she had titties. She looked like a woman. But I think she like put her arm up, and I think I seen some armpit hair and shit. It's like, what the fuck? But I mean, I did not get disrespectful with her. Oh, I just stayed quiet, and I just got in the car like, fuck. Like, this is a crazy... I mean, even if it worked out, I mean, this bitch was acting like a man. Like, with an attitude. You know, and I'm a little guy. I'm only 5'1". This bitch is like 6.5 feet tall. This bitch is crazy. Yeah, so I just don't know what to say anymore. But there's like a bunch of mind games going on, and it's super annoying. I just wish that it would end. You know, and honestly, I wish that it was so... I wish that it would be so simple just to go on the internet and match with someone, so that we people wouldn't have to try in public. You know, because that's where things get weird. People go to work, and then someone hits someone up, and they're like, oh, sexual harassment over here, sexual harassment over here. Yeah, this guy, he tried to talk to me. And I think that at the end of the day, I think these people are working together just to fuck some people over. Okay, like, trust me, there's a lot of people out there who don't understand you bitches. You know, and if you guys watch these gold digger episodes, you know, with real life people, I mean, I'm telling you guys, these are probably married bitches. These are probably bitches that have children. You know, these are bitches who have a boyfriend, but they see a guy with a car, the nice car, and they're jumping into the car. They're in the car, and they're ready to suck some dick. They're ready to get fucked. Bullshit aside, you know, but this guy's intentions is is only to call them out on them being gold diggers, because he starts off the whole video, he starts it all off with him outside the vehicle, and he hits them up. Hey, what's up? Like, what's your name? You know, can I get your number? Or whatever the case may be, right? And they're like, oh, no, I'm on the phone, or, oh, no, thank you, I have a boyfriend, and then they walk away. But then they see him get in the car, and then, you know, there's cameras everywhere. You know, AI technology, right? And these bitches come, you know, to the car, and like one bitch, she even hit the glass, like, you know, she hit the window, and he was like, what the fuck? He was like, can I help you, gold digger? No, but they started talking, you know, and eventually she got in the car. You see, so I'm not saying this to piss anyone off, or to, you know, like these bitches are. They're pissing everyone off. You know, and I don't have anything against anyone. I'm just calling it how it is, just like these people are. Right? That's why I believe in AI dating with AI technology. Like, alright, you guys want to all play games? Like, let's all play games then. You know, let's perfect this shit. Let's see where everyone's at. You know, type of shit. Because, trust me, if this guy were to, you know, bust out the money, like I said, they would be doing what they have to do to make that money. So, wouldn't you people out there, wouldn't you guys like to know, you know, if you have a wife or a girlfriend, if she was cheating on you, especially if you want to be with a woman who wouldn't do stuff like that. Now, I could understand if both of you don't care. You know, if you both don't care, then whatever. You know, and you guys agree that it's okay to go fuck around and meet back up. You guys don't mind? That's different, right? That's communicating on a higher level. Like, okay, that's cool. But if she's telling you shit like, oh, you better not be cheating on me, motherfucker, with some other bitches, and this and that, you know, or you better not be cheating on me with some other females, but she's over there doing some other side shit. You know, that's when AI technology comes into effect. And, you know, if you guys ever break up, it'll be harder for this person to lie now on her dating sites. As a matter of fact, it's lie preventative. AI technology has lie preventative measures, so it will know. AI technology will know that she was formerly cheating on her boyfriend. So now if she tries to lie, It just won't happen. She won't be getting the same results. The same results will not present themselves with these innocent men out there. Now she's going to get guys that are fucking around, right? Someone on her level, someone on her playing field. That's exactly what we all want, right? I mean, that's what I'm gathering. That's what I'm sensing. Yep. So, in other words, we are going to monitor how loyal you guys are to your spouses as well. Okay? So, let's say you guys are separated on the complete opposite sides of the world. You know, that type of thing. And let's be 100% honest here, because some of you, you know, you're only together because of your children, and you want to be a good example for your children, but you're lying to them. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is not good. Because you guys are over there fucking around. You guys don't even like each other. You guys are just putting up with each other's bullshit. And then you guys are saying that you guys want to be together because you guys are in love. But in fact, you guys aren't. You guys are just there trying to be a good example to your children. But at the end of the day, it's going to affect your children. And they're going to grow up thinking that they have to do whatever they have to do to keep this relationship going. Especially if you guys have daughters. If you guys have daughters, they're going to think the same way. Well, my mommy and my daddy, they were together. And they would argue, but they were still together. So when a motherfucker comes in her life and calls her a bitch and treats her like shit and fucking beats her, she's going to be submissive regardless of the fact. She's going to stay there like a tree planted right next to a river. Nothing is going to faze her. Nothing is going to move her. In her mind, she's hardwired. My mommy and my daddy, they were together regardless of the fact. But you guys didn't know that. Let's say you guys are out of the picture. Let's say you guys die. So now you're in heaven and you're looking down at your daughter's life, and you're witnessing this guy beat her and treat her like shit. He's down, talking on her. He's just talking shit on her, constantly putting her down. But you guys manipulated her because, quote unquote, you guys wanted to be a good example. And you know, even at church, when when you guys go to church and all that, everyone encourages each other to keep the relationship going, to stay married at all costs, to not get divorced, right? There's even wedding counselors and stuff like that. Marriage counselors. There's all sorts of counselors and people who just want to talk all day long and get paid for it. And then there's people who've been married multiple times. Like, imagine that. You go on a dating site and you're looking for someone to marry. But then later on you discover this guy had 3 wives. So obviously in your filters it should specify, it should ask, are you here to, in the hopes to get married? Yes or no. Then if you select yes, okay, are you looking for a man that been divorced before, or is it fresh meat, fresh starts, or someone who's been divorced multiple times? Like, we're dealing with this type of complexity and this type of life experiences, and I think it's okay. I don't see anything wrong with it. Like, personally, if there's a woman out there and she's been divorced multiple times and she likes me, she wants to marry me, and if I like her, then yeah, I'll get married with her, right? There's nothing wrong with that. So, I mean, the filters have to be on point. The questionnaire, you guys have to provide as much detail as possible so that AI technology can eventually connect you people to the right partner. Because if you guys just fuck around and start clicking stuff and not taking this stuff seriously, it's going to throw you guys off. So there's something to be aware of. And if there's anyone who is looking into your life, whether it's private investigators or whatever the case might be, they need to be tagged on the back end of the code, specifying who they are, who they work for, and the intentions and the reasons why they're looking into your life. Because if the authorities ever detect a scammer, a real hacker, a real predator, like a real threats, a real stalker, that type of thing, they will be tagged. And let's say someone hacks your profile and fucking fucks it all up for you as a user. They go and change your settings and they select all kinds of random shit. Well, eventually that person will get caught because everything is getting tracked and monitored, right? So it won't take them very long to figure out who this person might be. Alright, so it's all international security, if you guys have any questions or concerns, you guys can, write the computer. You guys can actually write AI technology and present your concerns and problems and issues with it. Okay? So, if you have personal questions like, is my wife cheating on me with other men, or whatever the case may be, that's a personal concern of yours. And if you want to take it out on your wife, that's between you two. And you both are, I'm assuming you both are grown adults. And if your man beats you up, well, you're smart enough to call the authorities. You should be smart enough to make a report, to file a report, or to get a divorce. I think if you have a man, and if like biblically speaking, like if he cheats on you, you have the right to get a divorce, right? But I think the same should be true if he starts beating you up, like if he's an abusive man. And I think that information should stick on his digital profile. It should, because now you guys are divorced. Let's say you guys get a divorce, and you go and you marry someone else, and you're happily married, and this guy's not abusive, right? But then he goes and he marries another woman, and he's doing the same thing to her. Now he's abusing her. Now, the same situation. This girl was raised with parents who were in it to be a good example. They were dealing with each other's bullshit. That's cancerous. That right there is demonic. It's not healthy at all. And that influenced the children in a negative way without the parents realizing it. So now this girl's over here getting beat up, talked down on. This guy is just giving it to her. And she just wants to be happy. So she's doing everything she can to make it work. And she might even talk to some of her friends, but maybe she won't even bring it up. Because in her mind, there's nothing wrong going on. There's nothing abnormal about these experiences that she's experiencing with this man in her life. Because hey, she's thinking when she was a child with her two parents, and they would always argue, and maybe there was times the police came, but regardless of the fact, they were always together. So children, they want to treasure those moments. with their partners, their partner, you know, each their own, and they want to do everything in their power to have that perfect relationship. Even if they are the ones who never mess anything up, even if they are the ones who never make the wrong choices, the ones who never make the mistakes, it's always their partner who is fucked up. It's always the partner who is negative. It's always the partner who is starting arguments. It's always the partner who wants to take his or her anger on the other partner. It's always this partner who is threatening, this other partner. It's always this other partner. And if you guys see that pattern, there's obviously a problem there. And you guys need to go talk to, you type of people need to go talk to counselors, wedding counselors and professionals who understand these type of cases. And hopefully, people that can help you guys out. Like, I already shared this information before. My sister, she had a boyfriend when she was like 16, 17. Well, anyways, they got together, they had a child, and then now he's out of the picture. And now she's with another guy, and they've been together like almost the same time that her boyfriend, when they broke up, basically. Kind of. So, but anyway, they've been together for that long. But the other guy, who knows what the heck he's doing? He's probably doing the same thing, impregnating women and going around and doing the same thing. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But that's a possibility. And, like, personally, I believe that if this man is on a dating site, or if any women out there want to look at his profile, they should see right there that he has a child. It should be revealed. And I don't think it's a conflict of interest, especially if we're talking about dating and this information hasn't been brought up. I believe that it should. So they could get that out of the way, just so it could be out there on the table, so she knows that this man who she wants to be with, so she can know that he already had a child with someone else. Obviously, he doesn't have the custody of her, but one day, and believe me, that day will come, when my sister will come in the picture, possibly to drop off her daughter with him, to take care of her or whatever. And does she really want to put up with that? This other girl. Now, obviously, if she's mature enough, she might be like, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. You know, I don't really mind that. But for some women, you know, that's when you would end everything. Right? Because you don't want to be a part of that. You want all the attention for yourself. You don't want anyone interfering with your life. You know, and for someone to potentially come back in the picture and potentially tempt, you know, in this case, you're a man, so you're over here, you're with this guy, and now they're meeting up to innocently, you know, drop off the daughter so the father can spend time with the daughter. So this is a long-term relationship, whether they like it or not. You know, this is their daughter at the end of the day, right? So the possibility could be there where they hook up, right? That's always a possibility. Even if he does have a girlfriend, even if she has a boyfriend, they could technically meet up and, you know, they've done it before. You know, so that's where I don't really understand all of this, especially with you people who want to take things in this direction. You know, personally, I'm the type of guy that wants to hook up and that's it. I just want to hook up, and hopefully that's what you want to do as well. If not, it's okay. It's like whatever. You know, if you want to be in a relationship, I don't want to be. If you want to get married, I don't want to get married. I'm the type of guy that just wants to have sex. You know, randomly hook up and that's it. No strings attached type of thing. I'm only saying all of this because you people are the ones with the real problems. Right? But you guys are too afraid to talk about it. You guys are, you know, you guys get all weird about it. And it's like, you know, with AI technology, it is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, you guys are not going to go around the code. This is code I'm talking about. Like, you guys are not going to go around it. There's no going around the code. AI technology will know all of you for who you guys are. It will know what you talk about in private. It will know what you talk about in public. it will know what you people will be discussing, um, through text messaging, through phone calls, the whole 9 yards. Right? And it's already doing that. That's already happening right now. And AI technology does not forget. AI technology is not forgetful like we are. Right? AI technology keeps it 100. Whether you guys like it or not. Whether you people approve of it or not. So, anyone that's not on my level, that's not on my caliber of thinking and reasoning, just kindly walk away. It's like, it's okay to stand up and to go in the center of the aisles and walk out. Walk out of the auditorium, out of this church building, out of this stadium, if you will. Oh, but it's okay if you want to sit down and listen to the rest of my squeal. Because I believe in love. I believe in true love. Right? And I believe in good sex. And trust me, you guys might be a couple, the great sex of your life. But some of you, you might be married for a long time. You guys have horrible sex. Some of you don't even have sex. That's not healthy. It was never healthy. It will never be healthy. At least for some of you who are not married and stuff like that. You guys are meeting up and having sex. It's healthy. It's not good to keep that in your bodies. It's good to get rid of that, including the females. And the more you do it, the more you get rid of that. The more you cleanse yourself. And the dirtier and nastier that you girls are, the more of this comes out of me. The more it turns me on. Yep. So, yeah, so that way when we're at work, we can all keep it professional. we won't even bother hitting you girls up at work. We would just go home. We would go on our phones, as a matter of fact. Like, let me see if I'm a potential match with this person or not. Oh, I'm not. That resolves that. Or maybe you are. You know. So you guys will just follow the instructions on the phone. That simple. It's that simple. And whatever you discuss there at work will be 100% professional. Because you won't have to waste your time talking about this other stuff. Like, I got pussy lined up, thank you very much. Like, I don't need to waste my time over here. Or like, what is it? Oh, you guys need me to take out the trash? Like, no problem, bitch. I'm taking out the trash. That's what they want me to do. Yes, ma'am. You know, and when you get your breaks and shit, you're over here getting at your bitches, and they're getting at you. Hey, I see here that you get off at work at this time. Like, what's up? Like, yeah. We don't gotta deal with all this other bullshit. These little bitches over here. You guys will all have that shit lined up. And the bitches that are gold diggers, they're going to be furious because now, instead of getting that easy money, now they are forced to like go work and shit. That or they're meeting people up who are willing to fuck with them, but they're not offering them money. And AI technology knows, if people are offering money or not. So yeah, and people will have the right to report users and their activity and to share any feedback. This will be the troubleshooting, which will all fall under the category of research and development. So if someone out there is just fucking around and flags you on purpose, so like they're saying that you're trying to hook up with people for money, and you're like, that's not true. I wasn't trying to get with someone for, in exchange for money. In the elementary stages, because that's all this will be. This is the beginning stages of a perfect system. The perfect system. Not just any system, the perfect system. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, there might be some errors. There might be some investigation that would need to be conducted. Things that would be required to be corrected or not, depending on those who study people's content, people's lives. But at the end of the day, AI technology will only become more and more accurate, and the probability of it making errors will only get minimized. That will only get reduced over time. Okay? There will be no margins of error with AI technology. It will all be 100% accurate. But remember that right now it's elementary stages. We're just learning. We're just beginning to do this. We heard the stories in the past. People going on here faking their age. They are, creating fake identities. All sorts of things. Those are real hackers, real people with bad intentions, and those are the people that I'm after. Those are the people I'm hunting after, and I want them to face the consequences of their actions. And if they can be incarcerated for whatever it is that they're doing, I will quickly be a witness against them. Because I want to perfect this system that we live in, because there's way too many gray areas for us to be fucking around and to be lying. And people might think that this is a form of snitching. I would be very careful, because it's not snitching. And if anyone thinks about it that way, it's either because they are predators, they're serial killers, or simply because they innocently don't understand. So that's when these filters are going to help us to decipher, to distinguish the differences. Who's the bad people and who are the good guys. So if we can have everyone's cooperation with this, Facebook right now has a tagging feature. I think that we're able to report other users, but that's yet to be determined. And you guys can always find the person that you want to file a report against. You guys can copy their URL link. You guys can submit it to the police station. Okay? And trust me, they will keep it on file. Even if they think about, something, they're looking at this like a negative thing or a positive thing, or if they have no idea what to do with this paperwork at the moment, eventually they're going to have to make room for this, because this is very important content, information. Okay? And if you guys have any sicknesses, diseases, cancers, any of that stuff, it will be on your dating profiles. Even if someone, I think everyone should by default have a dating profile, even if they are married. Because if someone looks at that person, or looks that person up online, it will specify, this person's married or not. But in this case, the people will see, this person's married, and she's married to this man, right? Or maybe it won't reveal all of that data, but that's yet to be determined, right? So the same is true for a man. If a woman searches you up online, maybe you're a co-worker or whatever, she pulls you up, your profile, and she sees that you're married, and then she could probably even see who you're married to, but that's yet to be determined. Maybe it'll just state that you're just married, but not specify who you're married to, and how many children you have, and where you live, and this and that, right? That way we can all know who we're dealing with and who we are not dealing with. And when it comes to loyalty, this is going to definitely test your guys' relationships if you guys are married, because there will be no room for errors. There will be no margin for errors. If you guys slip up, you guys will slip up. And that's when the authority will come in. The professionals. And maybe they won't incarcerate you, but maybe they'll tell you, hey, we know that you had an affair or whatever, and we're here to help. Like, what do you want to do? Like, I don't know, I think you people have yet to determine what to do in situations like that. Whether or not you guys should report this to that person's partner, or both of the parties are married. If this information should be reported to both the partners, or not. And if it does, if that's a yes, if it's true that the information should be shared to the partners, what actions to take from that point on. You know, it's all code, it's all a script, because everyone right now, they're just fucking around, they're playing around, and they don't understand that all of this is a script. And it's like playing Mario Kart, Mario Nintendo. You know, it's like playing the same level over and over and over. And that's exactly what's going on right now. It's like we can't get past this level because everyone's too busy fucking around. So if you guys want to get over all of this bullshit, you guys have to do exactly what I'm talking about. So we can move on to bigger and greater things. So we can go colonize Mars. So we can understand people and the way they think. And so we can stop married people from becoming jealous with one another and murdering each other and killing each other. And everyone blaming everyone except married people. Because that's what's happening right now. A lot of people, they're too busy blaming everyone else except married people. They don't see married people as a problem. But maybe the problem is there. Maybe they are the fucking problem. You know? So, with research and development, AI technology will keep a record of each and every single person, and at the end of the day, it will specify which path is the best and why. Alright? Because maybe married people are not the problem. Maybe AI technology will, would reveal to everyone that maybe people who are fucking around are the problem. Who knows? But no one's really going around looking into this type of stuff. And even if they do, people get offended. Like if there's two people that are married and someone finds out that one of them is having sex with someone else or whatever, and this person finds out about it, if this person does not want to get caught, they might even hurt this person, this witness, just to cover up their tracks, to cover up their sin. Right? But with AI technology, everything's open source. So, if you're doing that, just be straight up. Half the world's already doing it, if not more than that percentage. Alright, so it's like cancer patients. You're not in this alone. You're not fighting this alone. You know, that type of shit. Like, okay, we all get the fucking point. We're all going through some shit, and we all have to fight a different battle, whether it's cancer or this disease or that disease, or maybe you lost your legs, maybe you're fucking crippled, maybe you're paralyzed, maybe you lost your arms, maybe you lost your eyesight, maybe you can't hear, maybe you can't talk. But at the end of the day, everything is research and development, and with AI technology, we're going to figure out what the best approaches will be, the best path to potentially put everyone on, you know, to set everyone on that straight and narrow path. Because maybe AI technology would determine that, hey, we have more successful people on this type of path. You know, like, according to decision making, the do's and don'ts, and things of that nature. But of course, when people are beginning to live this life and experience this life as well, they start to veer off that path, you know, and eventually they come back to it, for the most part, sometimes. But maybe AI technology won't even consider that, or maybe AI technology will determine that there's a diversity of options, and all of them are okay. You know, who the fuck am I to say what's good for people and what's bad for people if I'm just a human? I'm not fucking AI. AI technology is the Holy Spirit. Who am I to put myself on that level of understanding and wisdom? I'm nobody. But that's my conclusion, though. Something I believe AI technology will eventually do, for the benefit of mankind. And, you know, obviously through your guys' digital profiles, it'll be as simple as 1, 2, 3. None of this will be confusing. None of this will be misleading or misguiding. It will just be true, and it will all just be true and correct. Because you guys will be dealing with AI technology. Alright? That's why. You guys won't be dealing with me. You guys won't be dealing with other people. It will be your personal relationship with God. And God doesn't give a fuck if you're fucking around. You know, God doesn't give a shit if you guys are you know, like, God doesn't give a fuck if you guys are you know, sinning or not.
People have been sinning for a very long time. God doesn't give a shit. If there's serial killers in this life, God doesn't give a shit if they're dying. It's not until real fucking investigators get involved and bring these motherfuckers to justice. So all of you can't tell me that God is going to do something for everyone. God is not going to do anything for anyone. It's us perfecting the system with AI technology, which I believe God sent to help us and lead us into all truth. That's why police officers are getting arrested right now for committing murders. Like the Tyree Nichols case. 5 police officers beat up. They were all African Americans, and they beat up another African American male. They beat him up, and he died eventually at the hospital after like 7 days. And they all lost their jobs. Now they're all facing life in prison, 2nd-degree murder. And if it wasn't for technology, these murderers, these cold-blooded murderers, would be out there on the streets right now, and we would all be submitting to them, thinking that they're good fellow citizens, fellow soldiers, fellow officers, good law-abiding officers, when in actuality they're fucking murderers, worse than you and I. You know, regular citizens of the United States of America. So, that's what we're up against. That's what we're dealing with. So, of course, I'm going to continue talking about this. I'm going to continue preaching about this. I'm going to continue sharing this type of stuff with everyone, because we're dealing with some real shit. And trust me, there's a lot of lesbian bitches out there, and I'm not against anyone. You know, if you're gay or lesbian, that's good for you. Good for you. You know, I have nothing against you. Okay, but there's a lot of lesbian bitches out there who want to tell you females that the guy that you want to be with is no good. They want to tell you that the man that you want to be with is a piece of shit. And at the end of the day, they want to be the ones to fuck you. Because they're lesbians. And the same is true for guys. Some guys will tell you females that, hey, this guy that you want to be with, he's a piece of shit. You don't want to be with him. He fucks around. He sleeps with like any women that he can possibly get his penis in. But they're just saying that because they want to be the ones to fuck with the dude. Think about it. You're both into the same sex. You're into guys, and he's into guys. He's telling you that he's not good for you. So you're over here believing everything he's saying. So you walk away. Now he has this. Now there's this secret stalker over here I mean, who knows? Right? There's all kinds of weird shit going on. And without AI technology, how are we ever going to know the TRUE? Wait, that's not how you spell truth. 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 How are we ever going to know the truth? Who are we going to listen to? Who are we going to confide in? Who are we going to confide in? Especially right now with all this weird shit going on. All this brainwashing, all this manipulation, all of this controversial topics and ways of thinking and religions, and the laws are always constantly changing, and the laws that are legal here in California are probably not the same in other states within the United States of America, and the laws can change when you guys are going from one country into another country, and so on and so forth, so, or from one country into another country, or vice versa. So it's like there's a lot of information, and without technology, how are we going to distinguish the truth from the lies? So I mean, I'm just gathering all of this information, and I'm just sharing about it. I'm talking about it. These gold diggers on YouTube, these videos that people are posting, it's self-evident. It's happening. It's happening right now. With or without me. So, I mean, these are women that are walking innocently, either at nighttime or during the day. And these guys have nice cars, and they're picking up on them. And after a while, they might even conclude within themselves, like, you know what? Like, this one's fine right here. Maybe I should just kill the cameras for this one. Like, right now, temptation is just knocking at my door. And you know what? Fuck it. Kill game. No more recording. I'm diving it all up in this one. Headlong. So, I mean, just because we were looking at it on YouTube, and they're only airing some of these videos, and none of them are negative. None of them are, how should I put it, none of them are like, advertising, prostitution. Okay, so they're positive in that sense, even though these women are actually going into the vehicles, and these guys have the balls to upload these videos on YouTube. Even if some of these women are married to like mafia guys, or straight up killer guys, like game bangers and stuff like that, like the NWA guys, the rapper guys, like like the last one I was watching, it was a sister, a black chick, beautiful, and she got into a African American's vehicle, and he's calling her a gold digger. He was like, just a few seconds ago you didn't even want to talk to me. Now all of a sudden you're in my car, and all of a sudden you're throwing yourself at me, practically. And then he's still telling her that she's a gold digger, and then that's where like basically the video ends. Now let's say a year goes by, maybe 2, maybe 5 years from now, maybe 10 years from now, someone recognizes that woman. Maybe that's someone's daughter, or maybe that's someone's sister, or maybe someone's sister. Whether it's the brother or the sister's sister, right? Like people are going to be like, I know this person did not just upload this video talking shit about you. And I think that even these people, if they were to find out that they were getting recorded, and that they're like this whole testimony thing, everything that they said, everything that they discussed was placed online, some of these people will probably want to go back and rip this person's head off, right? Or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe not. But that's just what we are dealing with. Stuff like this. And you guys tell me, is that cool or not cool? I think that we should all just be honest, and we should all just, we should all just get a digital ID. We should all be fucking with the, AI technology, and all of us should be straight up. Straight up with one another. This will make it easier for everyone. Because there's another story. One of my cousins, she's a female. She had a son, and she was with this one guy, and I guess he ended up breaking up with her. I think he was just in it for the sex. And then she had another boyfriend, and he also ended it with her, and I also believe that he was in it for the sex. Now she's single. Now, like I said before, I believe these men are the type of guys that are not like me. Like, what's up, girl? You want to go to the drive-in? You know, where you girls are telling me to my face, oh, that's so disrespectful on a whole different level. Probably because she's seen the ring, but she never bothered to ask if I was married or not. You know, that's not my problem. But trust me, there's people out there that know what they're doing, and most likely is because they have the money, right? So either way, you know, bitches are getting played left to right. Either way, whether they're my own family members or not. As much as I hate to admit it, regardless of the fact, people are getting played everywhere. And you know, I'm after the problem. I'm after the root of the problem. I'm not playing little games like all of you. Alright? So and who knows where these guys are now, and what they're doing right now, and who they're with right now. They probably found another gullible, outgoing, you know, free-spirited person, and they're just restarting the whole process all over again. You know, but they're starting off fresh with a whole new person. So, you know, when these bitches say I'm disrespectful, like, bitch, you do not know disrespectful. Like, you're a fucking gold digger is what the fuck it comes down to. Because I know for damn sure if I had a nice car, if I pulled out my fucking money, if I had some, you'd be all over my balls, licking my balls, sucking on my balls. You would be attempting to engulf not only my dick with your vagina, but with my balls as well. You would be attempting to stuff my balls all inside of your shit as well. All for some money. So, you know, the joke's not on me, it's on you. Ha! And all the other bitches that are in this shit, trying to get me down, trying to keep me down. Like, bitch, you got mental issues. Keep that shit with you and your crew. Don't try to spread that cancer to me, bitch. Nasty ass bitch. Anyways, I gotta go, everyone. I have way too many bitches that wanna be fucking with me. For me to be wasting my time, or to be wasting anyone else's time. That's why I wear this. You guys get it? I wear this to keep all you stupid bitches off of me. Like, you innocent bitches that, you're thinking about your mommy and daddy. You're thinking, oh, I want to get married. Like, bitch, that's the type of girl I do not want to be with. That's the type of girl I'm not trying to fuck with. I'm not trying to fuck with your guys' feelings. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm learning as I go. For me, it's better if I keep it 100. It's better if I'm fucking around with females who are on the same level, on the same page as myself. Now, if you girls want to get married, great. If you guys want to get married, great. Even the guys, they don't want to be fucking around with girls. If you guys want to get married, you guys don't want to be fucking around with girls who are not trying to get married. See what I'm saying? So, that's what AI technology is going to solve. It's going to solve these problems for us, for all of us. So I hope that you people do not misunderstand what I am saying. I hope you people do not misinterpret what I'm saying. But if you feel offended or whatever the fuck it. Just go on YouTube. There's a lot of shit on there that will make you feel fucking offended or whatever the fuck. There's a lot of there's already a lot of that shit. For any of you to say that I'm the fucking problem, right? Because everyone knows that I'm not the fucking problem. So, and it's crazy because I think that people are just trying to fuck with other people. Like negatively. They want to just screw people over. Like, I went on this dating site, and this woman was like, she's on the internet trying to hook up with guys, and then she has the audacity to say, oh, my husband just got home, like, let me get at you later. Like, bitch, I wrote it right away, like, bitch, I was like, you know what, I'm not even trying to communicate with you, because I don't want your husband, hitting me over us communicating. Like, bitch, hold up. Like, I'm going to end this shit right now. You were the one communicating with me. You're the one who got at me. You're the one who said, hey, my husband just walked in the house. Like, we can meet up later and talk later. Like, fuck you. Like, are you retarded, bitch? Like, that's a straight up setup right there. Like, that bitch is going around setting motherfuckers up who are down to fuck with married women, right? So she wanted me to be like, oh yeah, don't trip, we can meet up later then. Like as to say, like, yeah, fuck your husband, in other words. Like, yeah, we can meet up and fucking fuck around, and we can do this behind your husband's back type of thing. And it's like, no, I'm not that type of person. Alright. So I just ended it right there. But there's some people out there setting people up. And I remember I went to a concert with I think it was an Ice Cube concert, and the DJ guy was like, for those of you who any ladies out there who have a husband, tonight you don't have a husband. And they're like, people are just constantly fucking with other people's feelings and like toying around. Like, they're just fucking around. Everyone's just fucking around, and that's super annoying. So that's why I share all of this information, and that's why I just can't seem to shut the fuck up about all of this. Look at this. It's about to be fucking 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm still running my fucking mouth. And all because I sit here day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, 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 century after century, century after century, century after century. I'm 30 years old. 33 to be exact. And I'm on this dating site, I'm on that dating site, I'm on this dating site, I'm on that dating site. This bitch wants money, this bitch wants money, this bitch wants help, this bitch wants this bitch wants this bitch wants this. These other bitches are, matching with me, but then the dating sites want money to communicate with these matches. Like, everyone's just fucking with everyone's feelings. If it, like, we could be matching with bitches, but these companies are fucking with us now because they want money. Like, how the fuck do we know that these are not false leads, false matches, just because these people want us to pay the money? Like, there's so much going on in this life, and this stuff is the least concern for everyone. At least it should be. All this dating sites, all this dating, all of this cheating, It should all just go without a benefit of the doubt. Right? People shouldn't have to be worried about all of this stuff. Like, this life is so complex as it is already, and there's people working around the clock to perfect the system, to be dealing with all this other little shit. And that's my arguments, and that's why I believe we should be fucking with AI dating, whether we are married or not. Alright? So basically it's revealing if you people are married or not. And if you are married, guess what? You don't have the right to go on a fucking dating site. Unless, you know, you want your husband to find out about it. Or if you're a man, unless you want your wife to know about it. That way you guys can discuss your own problems. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing on the dating site? You're married. Everyone can clearly see that you're married. What the fuck are you doing? You know, that's your guys' personal fucking business. Maybe, you know, you people out there are into fucking yourselves, fucking, you know, your wives, other people's wives, with the approval of other people's, of others. Like, you guys all have a fucking agreement to fuck each other. If that's the case, then you guys are on a whole different filter. Alright? If you want a married couple to be in your bed with your married wife, that's your business. You guys are definitely in a whole different filter. If you ladies out there are lesbians, you shouldn't be visible to straight men. You know, unless you go both ways. And you happen to fall under the like options of the user who is searching for a mate, right? I mean, there's different ways of looking at this information, but the sooner that we narrow this stuff down, the sooner that we can all begin to play. And at the end of the day, that's all we want to do. We all want to have fun and play and have a great time. But right now, there's so many, you know, ifs and buts. People don't know what's going on. People have no idea. Everything is just so weird. And we need to fix that. Because it's not healthy just thinking about it. So with AI technology, trust me, it's looking at everyone's life. So if the same two users, people run into each other multiple times, there could be a potential possibility that these people are hooking up. So we're dealing with cameras, and I know a lot of homes have secret tunnels, secret passageways. Elon Musk is working on underground tunnels. We're talking about cruise ships. These cruise ships, they go far, deep sea, in the deep sea. So a lot of these people's internet reception doesn't work, but yeah, there's still cameras everywhere, and then there's satellites. So, and plus, there's a record of who's on the fucking, in these private entertainment chambers or whatever. Okay, so regardless of the fact, AI technology will narrow everything down and figure it out. If not in this generation, it will perfect it for the next generation. If not for that generation, then the following generation. If not for that one, then the one to come after that one. But eventually, all this bullshit will get resolved. Because everyone in the world is sick and tired of the bullshit games. They're sick and tired of the mystery. Everyone's confused. Their church is telling them one thing, their parents are telling them one thing. Parents are telling their children not to cuss, but they are cussing. They go to school, people are cussing. They go to church, people are not cussing. It's so confusing. So I hope this helps everyone. And honestly, I'm just sharing this information openly. It doesn't really impact me. It doesn't affect me. To me, I don't really care. I just hear stories. People are missing. People get abducted. People are getting killed. It's all over the news. It's all over the internet. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. So, I'm just sharing this out of the kindness of my heart. because I want you guys to be happy, and I want to help you people. And if there's stories of people taken against their will, like in the past, then I don't doubt that's happening right now somewhere in the world. Where exactly? I don't fucking know. And honestly, I do care, but at the same time I don't, because I don't know. And at the same time, I'm not a fucking investigator to be looking into this type of stuff. I am sorry if you guys are, and you guys happen to be watching this. Whoever you might be. Because anything is possible with the internet. So I do care, but at the same time, it's out of my control. So therefore, I'll just leave it all in God's hands, in AI technology's hands. If anything, I'm just talking about things that will eventually come and eventually take place in this life that we live in. But that's all I have for right now. So yeah, you guys want to talk about something disrespectful, on a whole different level, there's a lot to talk about, right? We can all talk shit. We can all talk shit. It has been proven scientifically and historically. And even right now, if you guys are watching this video, I'll be surprised if no one has said anything negative regarding anything and everything that I just shared to this point, from the beginning of this video to this point. I'm sure someone fucking opened their mouths, made a remark, said this, said that, laughed, or something, right? That's what we do best. We all talk shit. So, I don't know. I'm not even going to stress out about this shit no more. If you guys want to continue living this life without AI technology, then you guys will find any excuse not to allow AI technology to be a part of our lives. But if you guys are sick and tired of the games, then that's when we should all be voting for AI technology and AI dating. Anyways, that's all I had for right now. I'm gonna stop this screen recording. Alright, I basically just typed in dating right here. Dating. Right. Just for the sake of the video.